In this film, I will be demonstrating how to administer a blended diet via a balloon-retained gastrostomy button. Prior to administering a blended diet, ensure that you've washed your hands and you have all your required equipment available to hand. Ensure the extension set that you will be using has been cleaned and left unclamped in a lidded plastic container. Depending on the setting, healthcare professionals may use non-sterile gloves and an apron. I have two 60ml syringes, an extension set, my freshly paired blend and a jug of tap water. For this demonstration, I'm going to be using my favourite blend, which we prepared earlier, of a coffee and a donut. Once I have drawn up the blend into the syringe, I'm going to tap the syringe on the side of the cup. I can use some paper tissue to clean the syringe, and then I'm going to draw back until there is a large air pocket at the top, ensuring that any large air bubbles within the syringe have been removed. I will then slowly push the syringe plunger back to the top, ready to administer. I'll do exactly the same with my water and be guided by the dietitian feeding plan on how much to administer. I will clamp the tube prior to administering and prime the extension set with water. I will then connect this extension tube to the patient's gastrostomy, unclamp, and for the purpose of this demonstration, over the bowl, slowly push the water bolus. I will then clamp and disconnect the syringe. I'm now ready for my blend. Again, connect, unclamp, and in 5 to 20ml firm pushes, I'm going to administer the blend in a nice steady pace with a pause to simulate the reloading of a spoon or fork and the eating swallowing process. The overall time taken to administer the blend will depend on the volume of the overall meal and the tolerance of the person. When the meal is complete, I will administer a further water flush. To ensure that the tube is free of any food, and most importantly, so that the tract of the gastrostomy is clear to stop any blockages. Once finished, I will then disconnect the syringe and disconnect the extension set from the patient. It's worth noting that regardless of the type of balloon retained gastrostomy that you are using, whether it's a Mickey Vigon by Vigon or a AMT mini button with a right angle or a straight bolus extension tube, the components at the connection sites are exactly the same size. Depending on the foods that you are giving as part of your blended diet, the tubes may discolour. This is absolutely fine. So for example, tomato-based foods will make the tubes go red or orange. This is absolutely fine, and it does not stop you from continuing to use it for the recommended amount of time. Once everything is finished, you can then take all the equipment that you've used to the sink, wash them through with hot soapy water and rinse your extension sets with plain water. Syringes can be disconnected from the barrel and the plunger and washed and stored separately until their next use. The next short film will talk about troubleshooting techniques with blended diet.